Hi, everybody. Welcome back to episode 4 of In the Huddle with Slump and Scom. Today, we've got a lot to talk about. Last week, what we did was we dropped the bomb on you guys that we wanted your input, your advice as to what we should take to EA and what we should pitch to them for changes that they need to make in Madden Ultimate Team. You guys gave us a lot of great ideas. There was a lot to think about, and we definitely have a lot to talk about this episode. Sorry that the episode is coming out late, too. We know it's Friday. We promise them every single Wednesday. This is 2 weeks in a row that we're late. Don't worry. The next episode will definitely be on a Wednesday. Scom was out of town, but he's back now, and we are ready to go.
Yeah, you can blame this one on me. It's all right. You know.
Yeah, I took the blame for the last one.
On me also, but you're gonna take the rap for last week. I'll take the rap for this week.
All right, sounds good. The first thing, I just want to get right into it today because we've got a lot to talk about. The first thing that I think that we should talk about is just a thank you to all of you guys that left us your ideas. We really do appreciate it. We took a look at all of them. We talked about what we think the most common ideas are. We also talked about what we think the best ideas are. And we're going to bring up a lot of those issues here with you today. And the first thing that I wanted to talk about, one of the most common things that we saw and that we noticed people talking about was the ability to do multiple card trades. So, Scum, what do you think about that? The ability to offer, say, 3 90 overall cards to get 1 99 overall card. Do you think that's a good idea, a bad idea? What should we do about that?
I think it's a great idea. The bottom line is what people are trying to do is just stop and eliminate scamming and problems within the community. So I definitely understand where people are coming from with that. They want to eliminate people having that one really, really good card that maybe is the 99 or that new card that came out, and they want 3 cards for it. So they're like, well, how do I ensure that I'm actually going to get all 3 cards for my 1 card? And a lot of people end up in a bad situation where they do get scammed. And I know that EA is definitely aware of scam situations with coin deals, with trades, and all types of different things. And I can promise you guys that they are aware of it. They're working very, very hard on it, and the ideas are definitely there. They understand the point of it. They understand the integrity of the game definitely needs to be there. So we definitely hope it's something that they can add to the game at one point, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea too, because there's some people that they might have the 99 card or like an extra 99 card that they don't necessarily need or want on their team, or maybe they just don't want the 99 and they prefer to have 2 95 overall cards for whatever reason. So it's definitely something that could value both parties. It's not like the one person who gets the 99 is winning because he traded 2 95s. The person with the 99 might feel like he's winning because he wanted those cards more than he wanted that 99 that he had. It could have been an extra, whatever the reason may be.
Oh, of course. Maybe it's silver cards, because you never know. They could be in collections. They could be rare. It could just be the value of the card. So I mean, the overall value, the overall of the card doesn't matter. It's just what the equal value of what you're trying to get. And as long as you can ensure that people are getting equal value for their cards, then that's going to make a better trading, bartering system for everyone all around, for sure.
Yeah. And one thing I would just recommend, because people tell me about this all the time, that this happened to them in chat, is just if somebody's offering you multiple cards, and don't don't do it. People come into my chat all the time and they tell me, oh, somebody told me they'd give me the 99 Ultimate Legend Elway for these 10 bronze cards, and and I gave him all the cards, and then he just disappeared. I'm like, that's probably the most common scam that there is. Just don't fall for it. This year, I would avoid trades like that, but it is something that we'll definitely bring up with EA, and it's also something that, like Scom said, they're aware of, and it is something that we're hoping to incorporate into the next game.
Like I tell everyone, if you're doing a 3-card deal and you're the guy with the 1 card, and you're supposed to get 3 other cards from him, do not give away your 1 card until you at least get 1 of the cards. But I would say at least until you get the other 2, and then on the final one, you can trade the 1 card for 1 card. Because if you have the better card, then you should have the ability to say, well, you go first. I'll offer these 2 cards. You give me those 2. And then if you come through on that, then I'll go ahead and put up my good one. And so many times you see the people put up the first card, and then they get nothing.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a shame, but it does happen, and yeah. So that would just be our advice this year, is just to avoid that. I mean, like if it's like, it just seems like it's a common scam, and it goes around a lot. So it's one of the ones that now when people tell me about that, I'm like, you know, it stinks that it happened, but it's one that you probably should have saw coming. You know. Yep. Another great topic that I saw a lot of, and that I had a lot of complaints about earlier in this year before I turned it into a fun thing for my stream, is getting contracts. The contract cards this year, it just seems like there are so many steps involved in getting one contract extension. I mean, you have to go to the store, you have to go over to the bronze, you have to click on the contract extension, you have to accept it, you have to send it to the current roster, then you have to back out and do the whole process again. There's like 842 steps involved in getting one contract extension. It takes like 10 minutes. It's a real pain. Is there something that we can do about that? Like, should we eliminate contracts? What is it that we should be doing about this? Like, how can we fix the contracts?
Well, I think that we still need to have contracts. I like the ability of how that just incorporates in the game, of how you kind of just need to refresh your characters, and it just leaves that little extra step. But they put too many steps into it, so I definitely understand where the problems are. My solution to you has just been, rip packs. You rip packs.
Well, what about people that don't rip packs?
Well, for those people that don't rip packs, the idea of MUT, from the time that I went there the first time and played, they told us the idea of this year is they want to make sure that the growth of the game is through more people that actually play Madden. There's so many people that actually play Madden that don't play MUT, don't even know about MUT, because it's so confusing. There's so many hard steps, problems that come in there, and that just confuse people. They get a whole bunch of bronze cards when the first time they click in, they don't know what's going on, and it's very, very hard to start going. The contract thing, through the cards, everything is going to be so much easier in MUT 15. The ability for the new Madden person and the old Madden person to come in and play MUT that has been around or hasn't played MUT before, it's going to be a lot easier. All those unnecessary steps should be eliminated. They definitely, I definitely think they got all our feedback. I think they understood the points of everything, and it looks like they cleaned up a lot of it.
Okay, and that's great, but okay, so for example, it seems like what they're doing is they're taking just for this particular example, if there were if there are a lot of steps involved in something, and they're streamlining it, they're making it more accessible, or they're trying to make it more accessible to new users. What about things like, another thing that we saw a lot of people suggesting was custom playbooks or custom audibles and things like that. Is that something that should be incorporated or not? Because that would be an extra step. I mean, that would be something extra to add to the game that might not, like, for somebody new to MUT, that might not be something that they'd be. It might be an extra thing for them to try to learn and try to pick up. If you're trying to make the game more accessible to everybody, is that something that should be included or not?
I think it should be included to a point, because you're building your team. You get to pick your jerseys, you get to pick your stadium, you get to pick your players, you get to pick your coach, you get to even pick your chemistries and how you really want to play. But then when you get to pick your whole scheme, it's just like you get one playbook card, and I don't think they should open it completely up to make so much cheese or different customizations available. But if there was more customization to building your playbook, maybe giving formation cards rather than plays. It just gave you, if the card was just say gun bunch, shotgun gun bunch, and that was the card that you add, and you had a certain amount of slots for formations, but that card was already set with the default plays, that'd be something that I'd be definitely interested in, to just see the growth of Ultimate Team, to build my scheme more. I'm building my team, I'm building my uniforms, what all I want to be able to do, and I would like more choices and more options for sure.
Yeah, And what if, yeah, and those cards, like, they obviously, I don't know if they would just be like in a collection or if they would be like on the auction block too. But if those cards were rare, like some sort of like Elite 99, like some of the best plays, and you had to like, it was an expensive card, you had to save up for it, or like you had to get lucky and pull it in a pack. That would add an interesting dynamic to the game. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a cool collection to be able to like get plays, put them into plays into, if the plays were collectibles, put the plays in the collection to then get the formation card, then put the card in, and then build your playbook. I mean, that would be a cool aspect for sure.
Yeah. Another one of the most common things that a lot of people were mentioning, I saw this all over the podcast comment section, was there should be a lot of people were complaining about pull rates like in packs, which we specifically said we can't really like, there are reasons that the pull rates are what they are, but should there be fewer 99 cards? Should it be like, I mean, like, we're at the end of the year now, so it seems like if you've been playing this whole year, you'd have a good chance at like getting your team up into the upper 90s, if not to a 99 already. But like early on in the year, this year I think they did a great job with progression. I mean, when I started playing, this is my first year playing, so I don't know what it was like in previous years, but it seemed like early on it was almost impossible to get a 99 team for like the first few weeks. There just weren't that many 99 cards out. Towards the end of the year, it's like there's a 99 card coming out every other day, it seems like. Are there too many 99 cards, or was the progression good? Could it be improved? What do you think about too many 99s and stuff like that?
I liked the progression this year. I did play last year and the year before. Last year I was able to have I think a 99 after like day 3 or 4. I mean, it was very, very, very quick that I had a 99 team. What people have to realize is the more 99s, the more they up odds and packs, the more OP teams you're going to see online. The more that these cards are just going to be all over the place. And that is not the game mode that the majority of the community wants. The majority of the community definitely wants the OP, the very, very strong cards, the best at each position to be a rare card. Something that you can only pull once out of your pack a year. Or it is something that you got to stack a lot of coins to be able to achieve that card. Now, does that mean that I want, a silver Sean Hill out of every one of my packs? No. Does that mean I want more value out of my packs? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean I want a 99 out of every pack. It doesn't mean that I want, a high overpowering card out of every pack. It means I want my packs to be valued of what I'm spending into it. And there's a way to do that without giving people overpowering cards. The progression through the year, I like it. I like going through the year and building my team this year and I went through a strong portion of the football season still rocking the 80s and then 90s, and it took me even a hard time, 96, 97, 98. That 99 was really hard to get right there at the end. But I think once you get into the off season and once this other stuff comes in, you should start seeing these more overpowering cards. I mean, we just came out with new free agent cards, and none of those were, the highest was the 97. So, I mean, you're still going to see a high range of cards. I think they did a very good job at balancing card types this year. I like the progression.
I think they did a great job with that too. And one thing that I've noticed is and one thing that you'll notice with a lot of players that had that 99 for most of the year, when these new cards come out, like all these all these draft cards and stuff like that. When they come out, a lot of people will switch up. Like, even if they had a 99 team, they'll switch it up and they'll run with like a 95 or 96 squad. I saw God Slum's doing that yesterday, and that's really cool because like players that have played with that 99 team, they played with it for a long time. They realize that like once you get to like a 95 overall team, like 95 to 99, your team, like, it's going to be better at 99, but it's still going to be a similar strength. You're still going to be able to win a lot of games with a 95 team, even if you're getting matched up against those 99 overall teams, because the cards, there's a lot more parity in the cards than people realize.
There's a lot of balance that goes on. You don't have to have a 99 against a 99 to be able to match up. Absolutely.
Yeah. And one thing that I was thinking, like, if there are going to be a lot of 99 cards by the end, like, I love the progression too. Like, I think that, like, one of the most fun things early on was trying to build my team, especially doing it the style that I did where it was no money spent. And I actually built my team up to a 95 overall just by winning online head-to-head games, saving my coins, and replacing the weakest team on my player and turning him into the strongest player on my team. I just did that until I had a 95 team. But like towards the end, when I have like all these 99s, it seems like a lot of the 99s that come out are like different versions of the same player. What I would like to see is like a 99 of like more variety. Like I would have liked to see like a 99 MJD card. Even if you didn't have like the best year, it's my ultimate team. So like I want to have my favorite players and be able to play them. Even if like they're like towards the end of the year, you know, when you're running out of 99s to make. When you're running out of 99s to make, just make more Jaguars into 99s. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
No, I mean I definitely see what you're saying. By like the end of the year, like each team, like even if you are a Jaguars fan or a Texans fan or, you know, a lot of those bottom tier teams, they should be able to enjoy the game mode and have some of their dream players fully OP'd also. So, I mean, yes, I definitely would have liked to see like how they did like midway when they did all those different captain collections. That would have been nice if they would have done one at the end of the year also, and just to give a whole nother set of 99s. They did like 95 and 96s or something like that for the MVP, you know, cards halfway or something like that.
Yeah, and I ran with that 95 MJD card forever. Like until the day that he signed with the Raiders, I had the 95 MJD on my card. I was just staying true to the Jags. And now I have Paul Postlesny because he's the best Jacksonville Jaguar card that they have in the game, and he's only a 97. There's not a single 99 Jaguar, and like they're not the best team. But Paul Postlesny's been one of the best linebackers in the game his entire career.
Yeah.
He's just never been on a winning squad, so he doesn't like. It just seems like since he's not a fan favorite, he doesn't get like a lot of the love that like you know. There's all these Calvin Johnson cards. There's all kinds of Randy Moss cards and stuff like that. But there's nobody representing the Jaguars at a 99 overall, which would be nice to have. You know, at least 199 from every team by the end of the year. I'm not saying immediately, but by the end of the year.
Well, like what they could have done too is would have been great is they could have made end of the season collections, use the playoff cards that have no value now, all those purple cards basically. They could use playoff cards with some other maybe fantasy cards, put those in to give you the end of the year cards, which would give you a stronger like MVP of the year card for each team, all 32 teams, kept the value of all your playoff cards, and gave you that nicer card. I mean, it would have been a win-win situation, another collection, keeping value of all your cards. I mean, I think that's definitely a key. And you can see it a little bit, and I hope they do it more, is no matter what card it is, at some point in the year, I want it to have a value. If you make a card and it's in the pack, and you put that card in my pack at one point in the year, from either the day the game came out or before the next game comes out again, at one point in the year, that card better be valued. At some point, give it a purpose.
What about another idea that I heard from somebody was like individual card stats. Like say if you had say I got like my MJD card. It was like the first card I got. I was like, I really want MJD on the team. I get him, and it's an 88 overall card. Should there be a way for me to like well, there's two questions here. One, should there be a way for me to turn that 88 card into like a 91 card, like by playing with him? By like if you like score 100 touchdowns with the card, he'll go up to an 89. Score 200 more, he'll go up to like just by using the card and keeping him on the team and being loyal to him. Should there be a way for that card to like increase in power? You know, like to go from an 88 to maybe like a 91. Like maybe not from an 88 to a 99. That would be ridiculous. But maybe just like a little bit, you know, and like you might be able to turn your 97 card into a 99. And it shouldn't be easy, but should it be possible to do something like that?
I think the idea of boosting the card a little bit, they did that with the Combine Warriors a little bit, where you can get like the 80 and then get to the 88 and then you got the like 95, but like it wasn't anything that you had to play with. You got the collectibles, but there were three different stages that you could play with the card. You could either play with the 80, you could play with the 88, and then you could have played with the 95, 96, whatever it came out of the 98. You could have played with all those different stages. So they kind of did it there. You're not. I don't think anytime soon, maybe 4 or 5 years down the road, we might start seeing a little more growth and crazy things that you can do with the cards. But I think the other thing that you wanted to touch on, though, is like what you're saying, though, is like the stat on the card.
Yeah, that was the other question, is like keeping, like, like I've had like I have like this is ridiculous, and this you're not supposed to do this, but I have Ultimate Legend Moss playing middle linebacker, and he gets a lot of interceptions, but there's no way for me to know like exactly how many he had. It would be cool if there was a way to check lifetime stats on a card. Maybe like just for you, but also maybe for like anybody that's ever had that card, you could like, like it might give it more value on the auction block. People might be like, I want that Moss that has interceptions for some reason.
I want the Moss that has 300 touchdowns rather than the Moss that has 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, that is something that everyone wants. That's something that I want. I want to know how many sacks that my Lawrence Taylor card has had, since I had him. I would love to know that. That would just be beast. Be like, oh, you think your LT card's good? Well, my card's got 700 sacks. Something like crazy like that. Like, that would be awesome to have that.
It would give a little validation to the fact that, like, sometimes I think I get a dud. Like, I had Sean Taylor on my team. I played with him for like 3 seasons, and he forced 1 fumble. And I was like, everybody was telling me Sean Taylor forces a fumble every other game. I didn't necessarily expect him to force a fumble every other game, but I played with him for like 3 seasons, and he only had 1 forced fumble the entire time, and that's why I got rid of him, because I was like I wanted forced fumbles from this guy, and I got nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could have that dud card. I mean, I'm sure Billy's out there with a secret little button. For like every 3 of them, he's like dud.
All right, let's go on to another thing that's another common thing that I heard was like, should there be some sort of off-console app, like some sort of computer app or iPad app or phone app that lets you work the auction block? Like, for people that don't have time to sit all day at home in front of their TV, like working the auction, should be there like a way for them to like work on the auction block just like using their smartphone? Or their tablet or their PC, should that be something that should be incorporated or not?
If you think about it real quick, you're just like, oh yeah, that'd be great. I want to be able to log on anywhere and be able to open packs. I want to be able to trade. I want to be able to buy stuff on the auction block. I want to be able to just like be like sitting while my wife is trying on clothes, and I want to be able to be like, oh, okay, I'll just rip packs, trade that. Oh, I just got a snipe one, yeah. That would be really nice to be able to happen, but if you really think about it and break it down, what's going to happen is the same thing that is going on with FIFA. Once they put the programs on there, people are going to mod it. They're going to write other programs. They're going to incorporate with that program. If they can keep the integrity of the game, if they can keep a fair balance between everything, if they can make it secure and safe for me to be able to log on to my phone and rip packs and still spend my money and know that you aren't logging onto your phone and know how to do it for free with a jailbroken phone or something like that, I mean, that would definitely be an option that I would love to have. But I want to make sure that it's secure and safe. I don't want some kid being able to write some program, being able to snipe every 150 as soon as it hits the auction block, or knows that, this card is 40% below market value, and his Autobot automatically, buys it up. That is something that I don't want involved in the game that I'm playing. If they can, secure that and give me a 100% guarantee that that stuff can't happen, then yeah, I'm all for it. But until they can do that, that's something that I'd just be willing to, forfeit that ability.
Yeah, and it just seems like it's one of those things that it sounds like a great idea, but there are a lot of whiz kids out there that like know how to write those programs that automatically do the steps involved. So like there could be somebody at home like actually putting in all the effort, like thinking that they're gonna like snipe cards, by spending the time doing it. But then some kid has that bot written in, it's like just faster than them, like even if the kid's there like ready to do it, that like the bots and the programs that run automatically and do that sort of stuff, they're just faster, and also that one kid that has the program is gonna have like all the cards, and like he'll sell them on eBay, or he'll put them on the auction block, like adjusting the value of the card on the auction block, if that makes sense. And I know there's one person at EA that's like their job is just to focus on like the economy of the MUT cards and things like that on the auction block. And I'm sure that's something that they've thought about. And the reason as to why they may or may not do that that type of program probably lies with the fact that there's so many different ways to like hack that sort of thing nowadays, and it probably would end up ruining the integrity of the game in the long run. So it's something that would be cool to see if they could, like you said, if they could keep it secure. But if they can't, and if it's going to get hacked, then I absolutely don't want to see that in the game.
Yeah, I'm the same way on that. You know, if you can give me a 100% guarantee, then let's do it. Until then, we'll pass.
Yeah. So let's talk for a minute. Let's move on from that stuff, and let's talk for a minute about the future of Madden Ultimate Team. I've been hearing a lot of chatter from a lot of people that are like anti Madden Ultimate Team, saying that like they don't want to play Ultimate Team because that's not where the competitive market is. And people want to play head-to-head because that's where you can go to the tournaments and win the $10,000 prizes, you know, like, and there's nothing like that for Ultimate Team. Do you see Ultimate Team going like in a competitive future, or do you think that Madden Ultimate Team is always going to be like for that, you know, the casual gamer that just wants to pick it up and like build their team and like work the auction block and not really like somebody that's going to be ultra competitive about it? You know, so what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I can think without breaking too many rules and regulations of things that we've signed, that we can definitely say without a doubt, with 100%, that Madden Ultimate Team is definitely going to turn into a tournament atmosphere game. That the esports guys are definitely going to get involved in it. The growth of the game mode, the idea, the whole thing, that, you know, that's what I want to be. That's the reason what I'm here for. That's the biggest thing I want to grow the community, is I want everyone that already plays Madden to know about Ultimate Team. And I want to make sure that everyone that powers on their Xbox or PlayStation and puts in Madden, the first thing they're thinking about is Ultimate Team, not anything else. And you're going to see more people like the Gibbs and Problem and all these competition, you know, these guys going to win the $5,000 check, the $10,000 check. I think in a few years, very, very soon, you're going to see them walk away with those checks from MUT competitions. Absolutely.
And like, I mean, but doesn't that like bring in another problem of the fact that like the people that are paying, like for Team No Money Spent, like me, like if I'm not able to get my stacked team as quickly and the tournament happens before I'm able to get my team all the way up to where I want it to be, I'm going to be at like a clear disadvantage. Is there going to be a workaround to that? Like, are there going to be different, like? I mean,
they're going to have brackets, and there's going to be brackets, there's going to be qualifying, there's going to be rules and regulations on how you're going to be able to rank your tournament, and there's going to be, of course, wide open tournaments. And I'm sure with just like any other type of game, just like with FIFA and all kinds of games, there's going to be rules and regulations, and those tournament game modes will be set to regulate your teams and make sure that, you know, it either is up to you that you are aware of the situation that you're going to, or that they are going to be more balancing situations where you're going to have that ability to compete with your lower ranked team or whatever it is, for sure.
Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, I'm excited about that because I didn't go into the MUT Invitational because this year, like, I didn't really play it competitively. I was just kind of playing for fun, chatting with viewers. After watching BU Tweezy win it though and talking to him last week about it, and you know the fact that I played him and I didn't lose to him in when we were in Orlando, I think that I might try to get into I might play it a little bit more competitively next year. So if there are going to be tournaments and things like that, I think it's something I'm definitely interested in, and I might try to get in there and see where my Madden chops. You know, test my mettle out there, because I think that you know, I would like to see where I stand. You know, when I rank up against the best of the best. I think that would be pretty cool.
See the Slump, you know, on stage with the check, you know, doing the Slump.
Yeah. I think that's all that we had to talk about today. Thank you guys for watching. We definitely had a lot to cover. We talked about a lot of things that you guys want to see in the next game. Remember, you guys, that the game comes out in like 3 months, right, Scum? So like, if the game's coming out in 3 months, it's basically built. So a lot of things that you want to see are going to be things that they might be able to incorporate throughout the year, if it's something that they could like work in a patch, because they do continue to develop the game even after it's released. or it might be something like if there's a really great idea that we talk about and that we pitch to EA, it might be something that you see in Madden 16 or in Madden 17. But remember, guys, don't be shy with your ideas. If you want Scom or myself, if you want us to pitch something to EA, let us know about it in the comments or tweet at us. Get a conversation going about all of the different changes that you want to see, not just in this Madden that's coming out, Madden 15, but in future Maddens as well, because the future of Madden is bright. There's a lot of things that they're working on. There's a lot to come, so definitely be ready for that, and also realize that you do have a chance to shape the future of the game. It's not like you just have to wait for it to come out and be like, oh, they didn't change anything, because if you don't cause an uproar about it, it's not going to happen. So let us know. Send us your comments. As always, we want it. We want your feedback because we want to be able to take the best ideas to EA so that we can make them happen. Because just like you, we want to see changes in the game each and every year. We don't want to see the same game come out every year. So just keep that in mind and send us your comments. You guys, don't be shy about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like he was saying, most of the stuff for 15 has already been done. They're very, very close to just finalizing and wrapping it up, getting the bugs and fixes and the fine-tunes for the game. Like I've been saying for the last 2 months since the first day that I saw the game, I am super, super excited about it. It's going to be vast improvement. It's going to be so much fun. A lot of headache is removed from it. And they are on a path to keep on improving the game. A lot of the stuff right now is already going with Team for on 16, but I can promise you right now that 15 is going to be awesome. It is going to be.
And I haven't had a chance to go down for an official playtest yet, but I have seen a lot of stuff that's going on in the game, and I promise you guys you're going to be really, really excited about it when it comes out. I can't tell you guys why, but trust me, EA, they know what a lot of the problems are that you guys have brought up, and they have addressed them. So just keep that in mind. Look forward to the next game, and be ready to get into a tournament against me, because you're going down. You're going
down. He's calling out now. You go out. Slump just said, forget all the nice Mr. Slump guy stuff. You're going down.
Yeah, no, I'm turning ultra competitive right now. Just this second. It starts tonight. I'm never losing again. Tweezy's on a 200-game win streak. I'm on a 3-game win streak, so I'm catching up to him. I'm very, very close. So, Tweezy, I'm coming for your win streak, man.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. I retract all of those statements.
I retract all of my statements in the last 30 seconds. Joke.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching In the Huddle, Episode 4 with Slump and Scom. We have a lot of fun putting on these shows. We'll be definitely bringing you guys one on Wednesday. No excuses next week. It'll be coming out on Wednesday. I practically guarantee it. I practically guarantee it.
We're going to hang up and record it, so it's already done and ready to
go. We'll be wearing the same thing, talking about the same thing.
Good stuff. Well, guys, thank you very much for stopping by. Make sure you tune in to both of us. We're going to be streaming every night this weekend. We both got a lot of exciting content coming on. MUT Crew's got a lot of giveaways, and Slump is going to be grinding for his grind to dominate Tweezy.
Yep. So, the win streak, it's on its way, guys. I only have like 197 more to go before I catch up to him, assuming that he doesn't win any more in a row. So we're almost there. Just tune in tonight and watch me continue that grind, because it's definitely happening, you guys. Got a brand new defensive strategy. I've turned competitive, and if somebody scores on me, I'm gonna get salty. So
the fire in his eyes.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We will catch you next time.
All right, we're out.